How does Nigeria assist South Africa? How does Nigeria benefit South Africa? Uh, Apart from the fact that Nigeria supply South Africa with skills, and there are lots of skills that are not available in the country. That is why they have to import skills from other countries, like the 50,000 or 100,000 Ukrainians that were just brought into South Africa from Ukraine and other parts of the world. And still, South Africa is still importing skills. But Nigerians have been able to fill a lot of the skills shortage. Most South Africans would prefer, black South Africans, in fact, would prefer that it was white people that would come, even though if they are least qualified, they would even prefer the Ukrainians, even though they are least qualified. And this is due to hatred for their own skin color. And they feel like anything to them that is white in color is superior. So, anything that is of Mzungu nature is superior to them. But you find a lot of these Nigerians come in and make a difference, especially in the education sector, in the engineering sector, and in the medical sector. So Nigeria provides South Africa with a lot of scarce skills. That's number one. And secondly, which is probably this one on the screen, Nigeria now provides South Africa with the bulk of their oil. Why are a lot of countries scrambling to buy Nigerian oil? Because apparently Nigerian oil is the Lamborghini of oils. Because the nature and the quality of oil differ from country to country, but the oil from Nigeria is the Lamborghini of oils, and so that's why a lot of countries scramble to buy oil from Nigeria. Now that we have one of the largest privately owned refineries in the world, owned by a black Nigerian man, so South Africans are actually buying oil from him. That's like buying oil, petrol from him, buying refined oil and petrol from Dangote refineries. And so if Nigeria decides to shut this down, that means there'll be cars without petrol in South Africa. South Africa does not have such influence on Nigeria. And there's nothing South Africa can shut down that will affect Nigeria. In fact, if South Africa should shut down MTN today, we'll all be happy. Our local indigenous telecommunication network owned by black people, like Glo, for example, will benefit. The quality of the service of foreign network providers are not even as good as the local one anyway. So Nigeria has the power to sanction South Africa if it wants to. So you guys need to behave yourselves. How many South African children have died due to Nigerian drugs? How many? You can give me the statistics, yeah? You can give me the statistics. Now, everybody knows that the drug problem had been in South Africa even before independence, before foreigners started coming in. Everybody knows, yeah, that the powder that is destroying South African children is called Nyaope. And everybody knows that this Nyaope is being sold by black South Africans and colored South Africans in the locations. Everybody knows that. The only thing is your inability to compete with Nigerians makes you feel inferior. And as a result, you try to gaslight Nigerians so that you can feel important. And it's a sad situation when you try to gaslight other people in order for you to feel important. Everybody can be important. Everybody can be successful. Everybody can contribute positively to the society. But the fact that you are unable to contribute, and the fact that you depend on government grant makes you feel less than an achiever, make you feel like an unachiever. And the only way you can justify your non-achievement is by putting the achievers down, pulling them down. See, you can't do this any longer, because you know why? The truth is beginning to come out. People like me and some other people are coming up with the facts and the figures, and they're coming up with the truth that, number one, it takes a very bad parent to accuse other people of influencing their children. And it takes a really bad parent that cannot guide the children in the right direction To the extent that the children is involved in illicit activity, it takes a very bad parent to blame everybody but themselves. Take responsibility for your own failures as parents, number one. And number two, it's your people that are selling in Yaope. It's your people that should be dealt with. In fact, the percentage of Nigerians in the illicit powder market is less than 2% in South Africa. You are the ones. But for you to feel good about yourself, you have to what? You have to put Nigerians in a bad light so that you can feel that you not achieving anything is because of the Nigerians. That's one. And I have to tell you this. Yeah, I have to tell you this. Nobody's competing with you. Nigerians can't compete with South Africans. We are light years ahead. Nobody's competing with anybody. But the fact that you have to murder people in order for you to be happy says a lot about the kind of people you are. I'm not saying this about all South Africans. I'm saying this about xenophobic South Africans.